Love that vocal. Wow, that's crazy imagery. There's a lot happening in this video, by the way. Like, a lot happening. Love that octave. Next to a pretty girl, 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 next to a pretty girl.
Welcome to my palace, champagne in your chalice. Even I know soon follow me. 제대로 볼 수 있게 too deep, rolling around the world.
Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is the Newbie Warrior, and today we have the debut proper of tripleS. This is obviously what, 2 years in the making, just over. And this is insane. This is a 24-member girl group, in case anybody clicked on this video and doesn't know. Maybe you're just a sub. In which case, thank you. But, yeah, tripleS are insane. They did daily content for a very, very long time as well. I have watched some signals up through, like, S12 or S13. They're obviously all over my timeline. Everybody I know is posting about them at all times, because there's an incredible amount of very pretty people in this group. Yeah, so I know all of this is to say, it takes me forever to learn groups. That's true of all groups, even ones with like 4 members, right? So when we have 24 members, just know I'm gonna call people wrong names. I'm not gonna point everybody out by name. The whole reaction would probably be just me saying names and nothing else if I did that, even if I knew them all. Yeah, I'm probably going to misname some people. I'm probably going to not recognize people and ask who some people are. I'm not fully caught up, but I'm also not going in blind, which would be crazy to go into this blind. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I will be reacting to, I don't know when, but I know they're going to be on Weekly Idol. I will be reacting to that episode at some point. Probably not on YouTube, probably just Twitch, Patreon. But I do plan to do it, I will say. So, because that's just, I can't, that's like having like 6 normal groups or something on, 5 normal groups. So, very excited that we're finally here. I'm wondering if this is finally the song that topples Rising for me. Of all of the tripleS title tracks so far, all the units, everything, Rising has remained the favorite for me. The one ballad unit that I'm forgetting, what's the name of that song? Door, I think. That came the closest, I think, to dethroning Rising, but it's still Rising as far as title tracks go. Not as far as songs. Also, if anybody's wondering, my bias line is Jiwoo, Sohyun, Nagyun. There's probably other people in there. Yuyeon. And then this Jiyeon girl showed up out of nowhere, and it reminds me of the first time I saw Sohyun or Nagyun. Like, I actually can't believe that they found another member that's just, like, shocked the entire existence of everybody because she's so pretty. But they did it again. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully you enjoy. I'm not gonna know everybody. I do plan to react to this album. I don't know when. I'll probably wait for them to drop the, like, album visualizer where they're just vibing and hanging out, because those are really fun, and I intend to react to those for every tripleS album, so when they do them. Here we go. Girls Never Die. Only seen photos, and they look amazing. So, like everybody. S1! Soyeon! Interesting, like, the crowd noise. But we're in a graveyard. Okay, we're in the ground. We're being buried. Sure. Whoa. Whoa. Crazy frame to pause on. Aw, Jiwoo is the bias, just in case anybody's wondering. I know I listed a bias line with a bunch of people. Jiwoo has recently jumped in. I say this recently. It was like 4 months ago, but recently-ish jumped into that spot. She's so pretty! Oh. Yeah, this is the ultimate the fully gamered. We got the multi monitors, just noodles everywhere. This is the most pretty girl next to a 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 pretty girl. Like, as far as that meme goes, you can just keep going. Really like that vocal, actually. That's so pretty. I like we're switching up some of these like background vocals, top lines, things like that. Oh no! Interesting the cut. That's a cool cut. Cause like ants, when you have that much food mess around you, is like, that's reasonable, right? But then the cut to the bird carcass. Very interesting. God, you look so good. Wow, dude, why is every picture of Sohyun just the craziest thing I've ever seen? Why? Love that vocal. Wow, that's crazy imagery. There's a lot happening in this video, by the way. Like, a lot happening. Love that octave. That's so good. That's so good. Wow. Oh, the bird's back. So are we like dimension jumping? Insane. Insane, absolutely insane. Smooth piano-driven breakdown. Oh, I really like this rhythm section breakdown. I really like this rhythm section breakdown. Yeah, this video is a lot. There's like a million things happening. Insane though, the one shoulder, insane, absolutely insane. Shinya is also unbelievable, by the way. Funny hold up. On the whoop. Pretty girl next to a 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 pretty girl. Oh, this choreo is probably gonna be so cool. This choreo is probably gonna be so cool. The things you can do with 24-person choreo is nuts, I imagine. Cute. Whoa, they like been corrupted? The fade of black is cool. Oh, that's so sick. There's something super funny to me anytime someone falls or jumps or is pushed off a building and then there's a high note, like, ah! Because it's just like... Alright. Like they're falling. That, ah! It's just them falling off the roof. Oh, this is the added vocals in this chorus are awesome. Daeyeon's also so pretty, by the way. We're adding even more crazy belt. Dude. Those bathtub shots also insane, by the way. Whoa. Ew. I have no idea what that means or what actually happened in the video. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if that's just like, that's crazy though. But I don't know if that's just like multiple realities or if it's all symbolic. What I do know is it looks really cool. It sounds even cooler than it looks. And there are pretty girls literally everywhere. Literally everywhere. But yeah, it's like almost like culty. Like this. That's a crazy shot. Sarange! Sorry, I know. Everybody focuses. Listen, this group is insane. There's no world in which, I mean, even if, like I said, even if I spent the entire video just saying this person is pretty, and this person is pretty, and this person is pretty, I just wouldn't have time. Like, it actually would be impossible. These shots of Yoon with the wet hair in the bathtub, insane. Absolutely insane. Insane. But yeah, I don't know if this is like a suicide thing, if it's like dimension hopping, if it's like all metaphorical, this is like their visions or their process of the bird and like summoning the bird or like bringing the bird back to life, or they tried to bury the dead bird and then they tried, or maybe they tried to bring the dead bird back to life. I don't know. There's something definitely culty happening here. But most important thing is that I really like the song. The video is very interesting. It's never boring. There's a million things happening that I'm sure some of you probably actually know what's going on, or can speak on the imagery a lot better. And pretty girl next to a 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 pretty girl. That should be 24 unless I miscounted, in which case that's embarrassing. Minus 30 seconds of your life, I guess. Anyway, this group's insane. The song is really good. I still think Rising sits above it for me, as the favorite title track. But it's right there. This might be number 2. This might be number 2. It's like right there for me. Love the layered vocals a lot. Love the rhythm section breakdown. Yeah, song has a lot of texture. It vocally changes up a lot. It's really nice. It's really, really nice. And the video is crazy. So, welcome tripleS. Congratulations. You have debuted properly. All of you. I don't know how often we're going to get these, you know, girls assemble type things where it's everybody, and how often it'll just be units rotating to and from. But I'm very excited about the future of this group. It feels like entering a new chapter now. Yeah. So I'm like a bit of a noob. Just like the name says, okay? We still a noob. We've been here 5 years in K-pop, but we still a noob. We don't know what's going on. I'm very much a tripleS noob. I don't know everybody. and who knows how long it'll take me to know everybody. But I know that their content is amazing from what I've watched. They're incredibly talented, incredibly gorgeous, and some of the best K-pop that I've reacted to in the last couple of years have been their music. Yeah, so I will be reacting to this album whenever that visualizer comes out. I don't think it's out yet. I don't know what the time frame is because I've always been late to these, but it would be weird if they dropped it at the same time. So, but yeah, this Jiyeon girl's a problem, by the way. My entire Twitter feed, ever since she was teased, is just her. Like, literally my entire Twitter feed since then, in everything. But yeah, keep an eye out, I guess, on the Twitch channel. Maybe join the Discord. I will be reacting to the episode, the Weekly Idol episode, which I don't usually watch, but this one I'm very curious how they even manage it. So hopefully you enjoyed. Welcome, tripleS. Thank you so much for watching. Wish this group the best of luck, and I am very, 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 very excited to see where we go, what happens. So thank you. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and please remember to stay newbie. Next to a pretty girl, next to a pretty girl, next to a pretty girl, next to a pretty girl. That should be 24, unless I miscounted, in which case, that's embarrassing. Thank you so much to all of my wonderful patrons, with special appreciation going to Daniel Rains, Muse Ribbons, Lucky7 Jen, Atsushi Ray H, Mushroomy, Bob, Dominic, and Viz.